Hello and welcome to Game 2 here at Palm Springs Stadium. George Hathaway alongside with me, Marshall Garvey. As the Snowbirds and Bombers are set to go at it here at Palm Springs Stadium in just a moment. Snowbirds coming to the ball game 4-3-2 overall. 3 games back, they're in 5th place. As they're riding on a 3-game win streak as well. The Bombers, on the other hand, 2-6 overall, 5.5 games back. They're currently in 10th place, riding a 1-game win streak, so both teams have been hot as of late. And for the Snowbirds, it's going to be Dylan Bowie at the plate right now. Nolan Maldonado on the hill to start things off for the Bombers. As that's going to be hit up high into the air. Panzica underneath that one for the first out. So with 1 out, Will Harrington stepping in the batter's box.
Freshman out of the City College of San Francisco. He's batting .273 coming into today. Slender frame, 170 pounds, 6'2". Swings and misses for that. Strike 1.
1 out, nobody on here, top of the first inning. As that's another big swing and miss there for Will Harrington. Nolan Maldonado showing the fastball early on here. The wind-up and pitch from the lefty. A breaking ball there. Got Harrington swinging at that one. 3 straight strikes. And the first strikeout of the day for Nolan Maldonado. 2nd out here at the top of the first inning. Caden Stillwell. He's at the dish now, the righty. He will be the pitcher. As he swings and misses on the breaking ball there. Two outs, nobody on for the Snowbirds. Pitch going to be down low, 1-1 the count. Very quick start to the game so far for the Bombers with Nolan Maldonado on the mound. Here's a 1-1 kick. Going to be ripped right up over right field. Maccabee going to let that drop in front of him for a base hit for Caden Stillwell. So 2 outs with 1 runner on. Joshua Pita at the plate. Maldonado gets set on the mound. Pita playing first base for the Snowbirds.
Joshua Pita, a freshman out of Wells College. Big man, 260.
Fastball up high, 1-0 the count.
260 pounds, 6'3". Brings a 231 average into today's game. Got 5 RBIs in the season. Had a couple in his last game against the Dragons.
Here's a 1-0 from Maldonado. Fastball hits the top of the strike zone. 1-1 the count.
Snowbirds are one of the best overall offenses in the PSCL. They rank 3rd in runs scored as a team coming into today.
As it's now going to be 1-2 count for Joshua Pita.
Snowbirds are also rolling on the base paths, coming into today 2nd in total stolen bases, only next to the A's.
Check back over. Stillwell safe on first. Maldonado Staring down his catcher, Del Villar. Waiting the signs. Here's a 1-2 kick. Stillwell, he's going to steal. The throw over to second. And he got him. A beautiful throw from Del Villar to get out number 3. As that's going to retire the side. Bottom of the first inning when we return. Christian Maccabee, Gavin Frazier, Jason Del Villar. The 3 due up next for the Bombers. Welcome back. George Hathaway alongside Marshall Garvey here on the call. Bottom of the first inning. Christian Maccabee going to lead things off, the 1-2-3 for the Bombers. And after a scoreless top half of the first inning for the Snowbirds, as Stillwell going to be on the mound. Usually see him as a position player. This is going to make his first appearance. And that's going to get inside for a strike.
Maccabee really been struggling this year. Has 11 at-bats, 12 of plate appearances, just 1 hit and 1 RBI.
As that's going to be drilled up into the glove of Stillwell and over to Pita at first for out number 1. Which now brings up Gavin Frazier for the Bombers, second baseman. Stillwell gets set, the righty. Dishes and deals. That's going to hit the top of the strike zone. 0-1 count for Frazier.
Gavin Frazier.
That's going to be in the dirt, 1-1 the count.
Frazier in search of his first hit of the season. He's only gotten on base by a walk and a hit by pitch.
And there's a swinging there on the breaking ball, 1-2 the count for Gavin Frazier. Jason Del Villar on deck. One out, nobody on here, bottom of the first inning. No runs have scored. As that's going to get Frazier looking. Strike zone. Up tight for out number 2. This brings up the catcher, Jason Del Villar, who made a spectacular throw in the top of the first. Catcher. 2 outs, nobody on. Here's a pitch from Stillwell. Fastball inside. Excuse me, just outside of the strike zone, 1-0. Here's a 1-0 from Stillwell up high. Fastball again. 2-0 count for Del Villar. Another fastball up high. Stanley behind the plate. And to reach up and extend to grab the ball there. Well, Del Villar up in the count, 3-0. As that's going to get inside, strike 1.
Worth noting the Bombers rank dead last or just near it in just about every major offensive category coming into this game. Walk be key here.
Here's a 3-1 from Stillwell. Going to foul it back. Full count. So Stillwell has battled back. After Del Villar was up in the count 3-0, now it's full. Check swing there, just got a piece of the bat there, still full. With 2 outs, nobody on here, bottom of the first inning. Here's a 3-2 pitch, and they're going to say that's strike number 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Stillwell to retire the inning. 1-2-3. Top of the second when we return. It's going to be Joshua Pita, Shane Stanley, and Kevin Mueller. The 3 due up next when we return. Here we are, top of the second inning. Joshua Pita back at the plate. After Del Villar threw out Caden Stillwell for out number 3 in the top of the first inning. So fresh slate here for him. Here's Nolan Maldonado with the pitch. Breaking ball down low, 1-0. Maldonado winds up, kicks and deals. Another breaking ball down low. 2-0 count. Joshua Pita. Opposite of what kind of happened in the top of the first inning as he was down in the count quickly 1-2. Here's a 2-0 from Maldonado. Fastball up high, 3-0. Here's a 3-0 pitch. That's going to be hit right in between the gap and over the head of Weinstein at short for a base hit there for Joshua Pete. A second hit of the day for the Snowbirds. Which now brings up Shane Stanley for the Snowbirds. The righty, also a catcher. Hatcher, the courtesy runner here on first base. Stanley. Oh, 1 count for him. As here's the pitch from Maldonado. That's going to be grounded right into the glove of Walker. Over to Frazier, and that's going to get away from Holland. As Stanley now going to advance to second. Hatcher was thrown out there.
Just there.
That's going to be an error there as Stanley able to go to second. As that's going to be hard hit ball from Kevin Mueller. Right into the glove and shallow right center of Maccabee.
Looked like he was
for
about to,
2 outs.
looked like he was about to tag for a second, but held up. Again, the Snowbirds have one of the best running games in the PSCL this season, up there with the A's.
Min-Jae Yo, he's at the plate. With 2 outs. Stanley on second. Maldonado going to step off.
Yo, a sophomore out of Mission College. He's batting .357 coming into today. This is 1 RBI on the air that came in his first game of the season. Jackson Hatcher, the courtesy pinch runner, over at second now. He's got 1 stolen base attempt on the year. He's caught stealing on it. Kicking up dust. Looks like he's ready to go.
Fastball up high. For Min-Jae Yo. One of the extra hitters here for the Snowbirds. Maldonado looks back over to second. As that is going to be popped up into the air, shallow center field. That's going to drop for a base hit. Stanley coming in to score. Throw way over the head of Del Villar. As that's going to be a huge play from Min-Jae Yo. He's now over on third. So we got a base hit and was able to advance off an error all the way over to third. Stanley comes in to score for the Snowbirds. That puts them up 1-0 here. The pitch from Maldonado, fastball inside the strike zone, 0-1. Jack Ray at the plate. The shortstop for the Snowbirds. Here's the 0-1 from Maldonado. Just outside of the strike zone, 1-1. Omari Barksdale on deck with 2 outs. Min-Jae Yo 90 feet away from home, making And a base hit here could make it a 2-0 ball game. As that's going to be out and away. 2-1 the count with 2 outs.
Ray with a 278 average coming into today's game. Right field playing, well, infield, I would feel like say playing fairly shallow.
Got the upper part of the strike zone there. 2-2 the count. Fastball there from Nolan Maldonado, really working wonders today. So 2-2 count with 2 outs. The pitch, that's going to be into fair territory. And that's going to be a base hit there for Jack Ray. An RBI single brings Min-Jae Yo home. As a throw from Walker just very late and out and away from Holland over at first. So few errors, Marshall, helping out the Snowbirds in this inning with Amari Barksdale at the plate.
Definitely are.
Barksdale, he's in center field for the Snowbirds. Breaking ball down low, got away from Del Villar. Jack Ray going to stay over on first, 1-0 count. Two outs here. The top of the second inning. Here's a 1-0 from Maldonado. Ray, he's going to go steal second safely. First steal for the Snowbirds of the day. Caden Stillwell attempted to do so in the top of the first, but was thrown out by Del Villar. So it's going to be a 2-0 count for Amari Barksdale with 2 outs and Ray in scoring position. And then there goes Jack Ray again. And he's going to be safe again. Oh, but wait a second. Home plate umpire telling Jack Ray to go back to second because apparently Del Villar called time before the throw. So it's 3-0 count with 2 outs. Wow, you think Jack Ray does it again? He does not go, but that ball is going to be fair. The throw from Walker going to be out and away. And coming in to score is Jack Ray. And now it's a 3-0 ball game. Oh, but wait a second. The field umpire, the run does come in to score, but the field umpire does say that Amari Barksdale was out. Wait confirmation on what the actual call was because the throw was out and away.
It was. I thought for sure that he was on his way to second.
So that's going to retire the inning. However, the Snowbirds are able to score 3 runs here. It's now going to be the Bombers' chance to rebuttal in the bottom of the second inning. As it's going to be Panzica, Gruska, and Young, the 3 due up next to the Bombers when we return. Here we are, bottom of the second inning. Matt Penviska at the plate. Breaking ball there from Caden Stillwell down low, 1-0. As the Snowbirds are up 3-0 here, bottom of the second inning. As that's going to be cracked up high into left center. And making the play there in left field is Mueller for 1 out. Four hits for the Snowbirds and 2 errors for the Bombers makes it a 3-0 ball game. Action in both bullpens. As Stanley and Stillwell having a quick conversation with 1 out. This will be Trevor Gruska, the lefty, stepping to the batter's box now with 1 out, nobody on.
Gruska, one of the better averages in this Bombers lineup, comes in today with a .294 average. Has a couple runs batted in on the season.
Here's a 1 out. That's going to get inside. 1-1 the count. As here's a pitch from Stillwell. That's going to be hit up into the air. Going to drop for a base hit. And Trevor Gruska, the first Bombers batter to get on base. Which brings us to Johnny Young. Batting 6th today for the Bombers, the righty.
He is a freshman out of nearby College of the Desert. Solid all-around player, coming in today with a .700 average. He had 2 hits and 3 runs driven in his last game against the Bootleggers.
As breaking ball there, swing and miss for Johnny Young.
Young also stellar on the pitcher's mound. Has a 1.59 ERA in that regard.
1-1 is the count. 1 out, 1 runner on. Here's a pitch from Stillwell. That's going to be hit right up over the glove of Harrington. The throw over to first, not in time, but Harrington over to outer gets the second out. So Young able to make it to first off the fielder's choice. And now Troy Holland. A big lefty now at the plate with 2 outs, 1 runner on.
Big lefty. .312 average coming into today. 4 runs batted in. Bombers want to get something going here.
Here's a 1-0 from Stillwell. A little too far inside. 2-0 is the count. So with 2 outs, it's Johnny Young over on first. Three-stride lead for him. Stillwell looks back over at Pete on first. Here's a 2-0. Fastball out and away. Holland up in the count, 3-0. Caden Stillwell looking to keep it scoreless once again. Fouled back, 3-1. Snowbirds are up 3-0 here, bottom of the second inning. Here's a 3-1 pitch. Breaking ball down low, ball 4. First walk of the day for Caden Stillwell, advances Young over to second, which brings up Aiden Weinstein to the plate. Weinstein, the shortstop for the Bombers this afternoon.
Freshman out of Cuesta College. Yeah, just 167 on the year. Only one run batted in, but a chance to make a mark right here.
Stillwell delivers. Ball down in the dirt. Stanley able to harp on top of that one quickly, 1-0. So Holland's on first, Young on second. Stillwell looks back over on second. Here's the 1-0. Fastball upstairs. 1-1 is the count. Outer covering over on second. And the throw over. Not in time from Stanley over to Outer. As Young going to be safe over on second still. It's going to be a 2-1 count for Aiden Weinstein, the shortstop. And that's going to get in for a base hit. They're waving on Young home. The throw over. The play at the plate is not in time as he's safe. Johnny Young comes in to score, and it's a 3-1 ball game now. After an RBI single there from Aiden Weinstein, which brings up Aiden King, the left fielder, with 2 outs. Here's a pitch from Stillwell, fastball, swing and a miss. Two outs, 2 runners on for the Bombers here. And they're trailing by 2 runs. Another fastball there from Caden Stillwell. Has King swinging at that one, 0-2. Stillwell going to step off the mound, forcing Holland to return back to second. Outers covering over. Here's the 0-2. Swung on and missed. Strikeout number 3 for the day for Caden Stillwell. Going to retire the side. Johnny Young going to come in to score for the Bombers, making it a 3-1 ball game. Snowbirds have the lead. It's going to be Steed Outer, Trez Semiato, and Dylan Bowie, the 3 due up next when we return. Here we are for the bottom. Excuse me, here we are for the top of the third inning. Steed Outer leading things off for the Snowbirds. First time we're going to see him today as the Snowbirds are up 3-1 over the Bombers here in PSCL action. New pitcher on the mound, Nuki. As that's going to be up high, 1-0.
Steed Outer out of University of Maine at Presque Isle. Got a 200 average coming into today, 1 RBI. It's only been in 3 games, so.
As that's going to be ripped down left field line as King could not get a squeeze of the glove. As that's going to be a deep base hit there for Steed Otter. As Trez Semiato stepping in the batter's box. A base hit there for Steed Outer. Got the Snowbirds dugout loving it as he has a 3-stride lead leaning back over towards first. As a pitch there from Nuki, breaking ball inside.
Sarmiento, sophomore out of City College of San Francisco. Got a 250 average coming into the day, 4 runs batted in.
Here's the 0-1 from Nuki. Down low, as that's going to be 1-1 count now for Semiato. Outer over on first, and he's going to go, as that's going to be a base hit down the third base line. It's going to be fair. King going to get over it, and they're going to be waving on Outer home. As an RBI double there for Trez Semiato now puts the Snowbirds up 4-1 in the ball game. After a quick meeting between Del Villar and Nuki, it's going to be the top of the order with Dylan Bowie. With Semiato in scoring position now on second. No outs here in the top of the third inning. Snowbirds 4-3-2 overall. They're currently in 5th place in the PSCL. The pitch from Nuki. Going to be 1-0 count for Bowie, who flew out in his first plate appearance. Big swing and a miss there from Bowie. Knots the count up at 1 apiece with no outs. Oh, 1-1 is the count for Bowie. He's over in right field this afternoon. Making that now a 1-2 count for the right fielder and the leadoff man for the Snowbirds. Semiato with the lead over on second. Nuki looking back at him. Here's a 1-2, and that's going to get Bowie looking. Strike number 3, as that's going to be the second strikeout of the day for Bombers pitchers. First one for Nuki. So with 1 out, 1 runner on, Will Harrington. He struck out in the top of the first inning to Nolan Maldonado. And Nuki steps off the mound as Semiato goes back. One out, 1 runner on. As Frazier going to go back on second, as that's going to be ripped in the glove of Walker. And the throw over to first is in time for the second out. As Holland going to walk it over now to Nuki. Semiato going to stay on second where he is. Mark that one down as 5-3 in the books for out number 2. Caden Stillwell, the pitcher for the Snowbirds, he's at the plate. He had a base hit in the first inning, was caught stealing. So with 2 outs, 1 runner on, Nuki, here's the pitch. As that's going to hit him. And Stillwell going to get his free base here as he was hit by a pitch. So with 2 outs, 2 runners on for the Snowbirds, they're up 4-1 here in the top of the 3rd inning. Joshua Pita now batting for the Snowbirds, the first baseman. Off 1-1.
Snowbirds demonstrating their outstanding running game so far.
Here's the 1-1 pitch from Nuki. Breaking ball in the dirt, 2-1. Semiato on second in scoring position as the Snowbirds are up 3 runs over the Bombers. And then Stillwell is just hit by a pitch a moment ago. He's on first. Here's a 2-1. As that was very inside. Hitters count now for Joshua Pita. Frazier covering back over on second. Here's a 3-1. That's going to be down in the dirt. Ball number 4 as Pita going to be on base for the second time here in the ball game. Brings up Shane Stanley, the catcher. As Hatcher's going to be pinch running for Pita. Shane Stanley was able to make it on base through an error and is only at bat today. So bases are loaded with 2 outs. Nuki looking to retire the side. As here's the pitch. That's going to get inside for strike 1. Oh, 1 count for Stanley. Count is now 1-1. Semiato on third, 90 feet away from home. Stillwell on second and Pita on first. And as the Snowbirds are up 4-1 in the ball game off of 6 hits. Here's a 1-1. That's going to be hit up high into the air. Maccabee chasing it in the sun in right field, and that's going to retire the side. Steed Outer, the only base runner to come in on home to score for the Snowbirds, puts them up 4-1. As we now go to the bottom of the 3rd inning, Keaton Walker, Christian Maccabee, Gavin Frazier. 3 due up next for the Bombers when we return. Here we are back for the bottom of the third inning. Bombers trail 3 runs to the Snowbirds. As Keaton Walker, first time we're going to see him today, going to lead things off. In the bottom half of the third. Keaton Stillwell still on the mound. Here's a pitch from him. 1-0 count as that was down low. Keaton Walker, the third baseman for the Bombers this afternoon. Here's a 1-0 pitch. Stillwell, fastball up. Oh, the home plate umpire shook his head no. Looked like it was going to be a strike. It's going to be a 2-0 count.
Well, it looked like he was about to point for a strike.
Here's a 2-0. Hit up high into the air, and the infield Pita chasing it out in foul territory and gets the first out. So with 1 out, brings us to the top of the order with Christian Maccabee. He's a leadoff hitter for the Bombers in the order. He grounded out in his first plate appearance in the bottom of the first inning. Big swing and a miss there. 0-1 is the count for Maccabee. Grounded out to Stillwell. So there's 1 out. Here's the 0-1. Another fastball swing and a miss for Maccabee. Gavin Frazier on deck. Oh, 2 pitch down in the dirt and away, 1-2. The count is 1-2 for Maccabee. Here's a pitch from Stillwell down and away. Once again, count knotted up 2-2. Going to be hit right up over to outer. Slow roller, and the throw over to Pita is in timeout number 2. With 2 outs, brings us to Gavin Frazier, who struck out in his first plate appearance. One of 3 strikeouts that Caden Stillwell has on the day.
Kept trying to shake it off there. Looks like they got a bit of him.
Stanley going to readjust himself back behind the plate there. 0-1 is the count. Gavin Frazier struck out. Down in the count, 0-1 to Caden Stillwell. As a pitch there, going to get ripped right up the middle between the gap for a base hit. Third hit of the day for the Bombers. With 2 outs, Jason Del Villar, the catcher, stepping in the batter's box now. He also struck out in the bottom of the first inning as well. So here's a pitch from Stillwell down in the dirt. Stanley able to keep it in front of him. Frazier with a 4-stride lead over on first. The check back over. Not in time as that got away from the glove of Pita. And Frazier going to stay where he is as Pita was able to quickly get on top of it. 1-0 the count to Del Villar as that's launched high up into the air over in foul territory. Mueller making a diving catch over in foul play, unable to do so.
What an absolute all-out effort. He just sprawled out there, slid all the way across the dirt. Unable to come up with it, but you gotta admire that.
One and one the count for Del Villar, the catcher for the Bombers. With 2 outs, Frazier on first. And he's going to go. And that's going to get by Stanley. And he's going to safely steal up on second. First steal of the ball game for the Bombers. Now puts a runner in scoring position as you're down by 3 runs. Here in the bottom of the 3rd inning, George Hathaway alongside Marshall Garvey here on the call. Jason Del Villar still at the plate, battling a 2-1 count. Here's a pitch from Stillwell, going to be fouled off 2-2. Del Villar struck out in his first plate appearance in the bottom of the 1st inning. Here's a 2-2 from Stillwell, down in the dirt. Breaking ball there. Full. The count is now full. Two outs here. Snowbirds looking to retire the side. In Marshall, in a full count position like this, what would you expect to see from Caden Stillwell?
Full count pitch. I'm thinking, let's say a fastball up and in.
Here's the 3-2. He'll be down in the dirt. Ball number 4 now puts 2 runners on for the Bombers with 2 outs. Matt Panviska at the plate. He flew out over to Mueller in his only at-bat. Looks like we're going to have a mound meeting real quick.
Now brings the tying run to the plate. And worth noting, unbecoming of their moniker, the Bombers haven't hit a single home run this season. They and the Lumberjacks are the only teams in the PSCL that have yet to clear the fence.
And the Lumberjacks are in first place in the PSCL, while the Bombers are sitting in 10th.
This would be quite the time. Tying run at the plate.
Two outs, 2 runners on. Matt Panviska, center fielder. Stillwell awaiting the signs. Here's the pitch, going to be inside, painting the black around the home plate as it's an 0-1 count. Here's a pitch, way inside, 1-1. Oh, they're going to say it hit him.
They got him.
Which now puts bases loaded. And Stanley, looking back at the home plate umpire, trying to counter it.
Oh, the Bombers really have something going here. Their biggest threat yet.
So bases are now loaded with Frazier on third, Del Villar on second, Panviska. As that's going to be hit in foul territory towards the left field concourse. 0-1 is the count to Trevor Gruska. He had a base hit in the 2nd inning. Here's a pitch from Stillwell. 1-1 is the count as I was down low inside.
The Bombers bench very emphatic, really coming alive this inning.
Another breaking ball there from Caden Stillwell. 2-1 is the count. So with 2 outs, bases are loaded here for the Bombers. They're down by 3 runs. Here's the 2-1. Fastball upstairs. Hitters count 3-1. The walk here would bring Frazier in on to score, as now there's some action in the Snowbirds bullpen. 3-1. Here's a pitch from Stillwell. Big swing and a miss there. Count is now full. Full count, 2 outs, bases loaded here. Bottom of the 3rd inning. Bombers are down 3 runs as that was launched right into the glove of Ray, who makes a leaping catch up and over. And nobody able to score as they get out of that inning there, leaving bases loaded. We now go top of the 4th inning. It's going to be Mueller, Yo, and Ray. The 3 due up next for the Snowbirds when we return. Here we are set, top of the 4th inning. Kevin Mueller at the plate. Second time we're going to see him today. As the Snowbirds are up 4-1 against the Bombers. Nuki's pitch there. Curveball up. 1-0 is the count. Nuki the righty going up against Mueller the righty. There's the pitch again, down low, 2-0. Mueller flew out to Maccabee in his only plate appearance in the 2nd inning. Here's a 2-0 pitch from Nuki. Breaking ball inside for strike 1.
Trevor Gruska going to slide in over at first base now for the Bombers. Bombers had a really potent opportunity in the top half, the prior inning, perhaps tie up or even more, but let's slip away.
3-1 count up, popped up into the air. Frazier tracking it in the sun over on second base, and he gets the first out. Min-Jae Yo going to be now batting for the Snowbirds. He had a base hit in the 2nd inning, reached off an error all the way over to 3rd, and was able to score a run in the 2nd inning as well. So very productive afternoon for Min-Jae Yo, and only 1 at bat. Pitch going to be outside, 1-0. Going to be fouled back, 1-1 is the count. Count is 2-1 here for Min Jae Yo. Here's a 2-1. Swung on and missed. 2-2 is the count now for Min Jae Yo off the breaking ball. Here's a 2-2. As that's going to be popped up right up over the heads here of the press box.
That was very close to us. Don't rattle around in the stands. A souvenir for anyone who's interested down there.
Still a 2-2 count for Min Jae Yo. Here's a pitch from Nuki. That's going to be hit right up over the glove of Weinstein. The throw over to Gruskott first. He makes the stretch for out number 2. Two outs, nobody on here. Top of the 4th inning, Jack Ray going to be batting now for the Snowbirds. He had a base hit, stole a base, and also scored a run in the busy 2nd inning for the Snowbirds. They come to the ball game 4-3-2 overall. Bombers 2-6. As that's going to paint the black around home plate. Strike 1. Here's the 0-1 from Nuki. That's going to be hit up into the air. Shallow left field. And unable to make the grab is King. As that's going to go down as a base hit there for Jack Ray, his 2nd of the day. Omari Barksdale stepping in the batter's box for the Snowbirds. He has a base hit in the ball game. Here's the pitch from Nuki as that's going to be fouled off. Oh, 0-1 count for the center fielder. 2 outs, 1 runner on for the Snowbirds. They're up 4-1 over the Bombers here in PSCL action. Here in sunny Palm Springs, California. As Ray, he's going to go steal 2nd. He's able to do so. Here's a 1-1. Oh, and that's going to hit Barksdale right in that left shoulder. Going to advance him now over to first off the hit by pitch. Jack Ray on 2nd. So 2 runners on with 2 outs. Steed Outer. He's going to be batting now. Hit a base hit, scored a run in the 3rd inning for the Snowbirds.
He was brilliant in that inning, especially scoring. Great indicator of how terrific the Snowbirds are on the base paths.
There's a little bit of confusion here. As Ming-Yuk Kim, he's going to be pinch hitting for Steed Otter.
Min-Yuk Kim, the freshman out of Ohlone College. 200 average coming into today.
The lefty with 2 runners on. That's a pitch from Nuki outside. 1-0 the count for Min-Yuk Kim. Steed Otter, he did a base hit and scored a run in the 2nd inning. Excuse me, 3rd inning. As that's going to be popped up, foul territory, 0-2 count. So Jack Ray on second, Omari Barksdale over on first. Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside. 1-2 the count. First time we're seeing Min-Hyuk Kim as he's pinch hitting is Jack Ray. He's going to go steal third. The throw not in time. He's safe. And as third base does pop up, as umpire going to call a time there to fix it. So a double steal there as Omari Barksdale now on second, Jack Ray on third. Puts two runners in scoring position as Min-Hyuk Kim has a 2-2 count coming up.
Snowbirds continuing to put the pressure on the base paths.
Fouled off, still a 2-2 count for Kim.
And both ready to go.
Two outs, two runners on for the Snowbirds, who have a 4-1 lead. As that's going to be ball number 4. Bases are now loaded. So bases now loaded for the Snowbirds. Very similar situation we saw in the bottom of the third inning with the Bombers with
Sorry? I had 3.
a little bit of confusion here.
You got 3?
Yeah, but I switched it when you did. So, yeah, it's a walk. I defer to you. This one.
As that's going to be swing and a miss there for Trey Semiato. Oh, 1 is the count. One and 1 is the count for Trey Semiato. He had a double in the third inning that brought home Steed Outer. Here's a 1-1 with 2 outs.